I'm with Farnborough Chairman Simon Gardner. It's nearly the end of 2020, a horrible year. How would you summarise the year as a whole?
I'm pretty sure I'll state what everyone else is thinking. They just cannot see the wait to see the back of the year 2020. It's been a horrible year for many reasons, and it's the obvious with COVID, but it's been life changing for every member of society. There's been families out there that have lost loved ones. There's been people that have lost jobs. Life in general has changed, and no one could foresee this happening. But and it's still not over. It's definitely still not over. There's a long battle to go. It's just life in general has changed. Obviously, being chairman of a football club, football's changed. But to be fair, football very much comes second when people's lives and safety are in the front line. So I think with regards to 2020, let's just hurry up and see the back of that, and hopefully return to some sort of normality in the second half of next year.
Of course, you see quite a lot of clubs aren't allowed supporters in, but we are quite fortunate we are allowed supporters in. So pleased to see them in the stadium. Of
course we are. Of course we are. We'd love to see more, but let's keep it real. We're along with a number of clubs. We're very fortunate to have quite a big stadium. Capacity is very high, so therefore social distancing is never an issue with the amount of supporters that we get. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we do things correctly. We have to track and trace before anyone enters the ground. We abide by the government rules and the council rules. Hospitality is a no-go for visiting teams and directors, and we abide by the laws. And I think most importantly, it is important to get to that, but it's safer to follow the rules and regulations that have been set in for people to come and watch football. It gives people something to look forward to after the lockdown, where basically there was nothing for people to do. It gives people a bit of an outlet, but at the same time, we've got to remember we'd love to have everyone back in and watching, but we'd like to do so in a safe and controlled environment. So.
And I know we say this every year, but you've seen how wonderful the volunteers are. They've done a great job with the pitchside barrier as well on the John O'Hara stand side of the stadium.
Our volunteers, and I'm pretty sure I'm along with every other chairman of any football club, we'll all say the same thing. The volunteers are pretty much the most important members of any football club. Yes, you mentioned the fast stand, the John O'Hara stand, the fencing that have been put up. I've got a list here of people that took part in that and have just given up. I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone out. Obviously, it goes without saying, Kevin Dyer and Phil, they have done so much work here for over the period that we've been closed, along with Roger Pierce, Paul Sampson. It's just outstanding. I mean, there's loads more that has been done. There's a lot of jobs that have been done that people won't get to see, i.e. the toilets been stripped back and replaced, painting, disinfected, every area of the club has been cleaned, freshened up, and that's just the inside the club. We've had new floodlight bulbs and things like that, and which is fantastic. And to be fair, that was financed by our supporters trust, FAST, as well. So I'm pretty sure, as I said, every chairman would say the same. In these troubling times, the volunteers that we have at Farnborough Football Club stood up and put in a lot of time and effort. And obviously, from the club's point of view, we can't say enough thanks.
And you're a director with the Southern League. What's your involvement been like with the COVID issues this year?
Yeah, I'm a board member of the Southern League, and we constantly having meetings and emails on a daily basis, if not hourly basis. One thing I would like to say on behalf of fellow members of the Southern League is that our number one priority from day one is the safety of every supporter, player, member, club. That is the paramount number one priority, is their safety. We also are being not dictated, that's the wrong word, governed, and guidelines and rules are being put into place by the FA, the Alliance, the government, in which we implement into our league. But yeah, we are looking after the clubs in what we think is the best way. We've held meetings with the clubs, and they've had votes on decisions, which obviously we fully supported their decisions. But it's definitely challenging, is a word I would use, because we've been voted to stand up and be accountable for the clubs, and that's what we're doing. And at the same time, I can again speak on behalf of any other director of the Southern League. We certainly don't want to put any club in a position where we force them to play football and have a financial burden on the club.
Finally, what's your Christmas message to all of the supporters?
Right, Christmas message for all you supporters, your friends, your family. Number one, stay safe. It's going to be a completely different Christmas for all of us this year. Not a Christmas that any of us have experienced before, but it's one that we all face together. We've got to stay in our little bubbles. As I'm sending this message that the government are looking to change the tiers and regulations as we speak, but the number one priority is stay safe, keep your family safe, enjoy Christmas as much as you can, and let's look to getting back to football when it's safe to do so, first and foremost, because as chairman of the Farnborough Football Club, I make a promise that everyone at Farnborough Football Club will be working hard behind the scenes to make sure that when it's safe to come back in the new year, that the football club will be here for you, and we will welcome you with open arms.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Garbo, and have a very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thanks, Dom, and thanks for all your hard work as well. It goes without saying, you are one of the volunteers that actually puts a lot of hard work in behind the scenes, which people don't necessarily see. You're always the other side of the camera, but on behalf of the football club, thank you very much for all your hard work as well, and stay safe.
Brilliant. Thanks, Garbo.